Good morning. We are live. I am Titus Majors. That's Levi Evans. This is not the experts post Super Bowl show. We are here on a beautiful Tuesday in February. This is second week in February, third week in February, second week in February.
Second.
Beautiful. We'll be in March by tomorrow, basically. Shout out to everybody tuning in this morning. Thank you. Welcome. Come through. Tell us what you're having for breakfast. Come hang out in the chat. Talk back. Talk to us. We talk back. But first, before we get into any Super Bowl nonsense, Levi, the burning question. What is popping?
I've yet to watch it, but ESPN 30 for 30, Al Davis versus the NFL.
Oh yeah, I forgot they dropped that. I wanted to watch that one. That's on my list of ones to watch for sure.
Yeah, I still got to watch it. I've seen the excerpt of it and watched a couple of trailers. It's pretty cool. They CGI'd Al Davis.
Oh no.
And he narrates the whole. Like they got him sitting down and
really?
he's narrating the whole thing.
Well, now I'm freaked out.
Yeah, him and I think the NFL commissioner at the time, I can't remember his name, Pete something.
Oh, Pete. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's what's popping. It's pretty cool.
They CGI'd both of them?
Yeah.
Now I'm a little freaked out. I'm not a fan of this CGI dead people
It's pretty
thing.
cool how they did it. I mean, I'm not a fan of it either, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I respect it, though. I'm still going to watch, but I'm just like a little creeped out.
Yeah.
Because that creeps me out. But yeah, I hear you, though.
That's what's popping.
Word.
What's popping with you?
Everything Marvel is cooking. They dropped the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer. WandaVision is cooking. I don't know where all the children are in Westview, but I'd like to know. Guess we'll find out eventually. Shout out to WandaVision, who isn't Wonder Woman, as some people at this table got audio saved because that clip was coming out, but they got saved by audio issues that day. Because I was mad at you. I'm still mad at you about that actually, but it's okay. We'll move on. We'll let it go. So what's flopping, Levi?
I'm sleeping with the dogs.
That a metaphor? Euphemism?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's not.
Oh.
But now I know why it's a bad thing to be sleeping with the dogs. Yeah. I don't know. One of the three, the runt, the little prissy child, he started to where he can't sleep in his crate anymore, and he just starts whining.
Decided he was over it.
Yeah, so now who's responsible for their sleep? Well, apparently it's me, and it's not easy to sleep with them. I don't have a very big bed, and they like to take up all the room, so
they don't have no courtesy.
No
bedside manner.
No,
that's messed up.
Yeah, so pray for my back.
That's messed up. Yeah, I'm praying for it, bro. That's like, so what's the phrase? Let sleeping dogs lie. Isn't that the other phrase?
Yeah.
But they didn't say let them lie on your bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because no one wants to do that.
No.
Cause people do be doing that, don't they? They be making like it's such a loving thing. Like that seems like just inconvenient to have your dog in your bed.
Yeah, it is. Now some dogs they're natural spooners, or they know how to be the little spoon or the big spoon. But when you have dogs that don't know how to do that, that's what makes it hard.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah. I can definitely see that. So I'm sorry. I hope you can get out of that soon. Get that situation fixed.
I'll be buying that dog medication soon. Put him to sleep.
Shutting all that down.
Yep.
Shutting all that down.
Yeah.
I was later than usual to the studio today, so traffic is flopping.
Yeah.
That was not.
Yeah, I got stuck by a bus again.
Oh yeah, it was some people out. I'm like, why are y'all? Oh yeah, this is later than I usually end up here because I slept like a normal person last night.
Oh yeah.
So I was not used to, being here at like 7 o'clock when you're there like 6:30 basically because I'll be up at 4 texting you ideas that I have.
Yeah,
I don't go to sleep. But I was with the normies today, so that was an interesting, different experience. So yeah, that's what's flopping over here. Now we'll get to it. Let's get to the Super Bowl Sunday, Levi. I don't know how many of you all were aware of that Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
First off, I do want to say, listening back to our show, I think we did probably the best Super Bowl coverage I heard all week.
You think so?
I do, because I just feel like we talked about it in ways that didn't repeat 75 topics like everybody else did for 5 days.
Yeah, everybody just talked about the rush.
4-man rush. They weren't wrong, but it's like, there's some things to take some other angles. Talk about some different things that matter in this, like some different storylines.
Yeah. Game. I don't know. I feel like we kind of hit the same.
I don't think anybody talked about Bruce Arians the way we did. Nobody gave Bruce Arians his love. It's about the coaching matchup.
Yeah, I didn't hear about anybody else call them brothers, Bruce Arians and Andy Reid.
Yeah, I feel like we covered a lot of different ground, hit a lot of different angles and approaches. This is what we try and do over here.
Yeah.
But I like what we did last week. We got to the nitty gritty and hit some stuff that you probably weren't considering for the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch the game, you were considering it.
Yeah,
legacy,
maybe
all that good stuff. So shout out to us,
mm-hmm.
and not shout out to the mainstream. Oh, I had some else for what's popping. Let me go back to. I love having this remote. Let's do this. What else is popping is Frontera Cocina. It's a restaurant in Orlando.
Mm-hmm. It's
owned by Skip Bayless's estranged brother Rick.
Why do you say strange?
They don't like each other.
Oh,
yeah, they're estranged. Yeah, they're not.
So that's why you tweeted at them.
What?
Yeah, I saw that.
Never.
So you had to go unmute Skip Bayless.
No, he's still muted.
Oh,
you can
okay.
still
so
mute
you
him,
can add him. And
I can still add him.
Okay.
Mute just keeps you from seeing their tweets on your timeline.
Oh, okay.
It's like when people are like, oh, I blocked the celebrity. Like, they don't follow you anyway. They're never going to see your tweets. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, mute just keeps you from seeing their tweets on your timeline. Unless you actually unless somebody retweets and you click on the tweet to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. The food was, that restaurant was a bomb, bro. That food was delicious. It's like one of the best restaurants I've been to. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, I saw they have a few up in Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's some of the freshest food I've had. It's so good.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
It's so good. You're going to pay for it, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hidden.
When I saw that tweet, it captured my interest, so I went and looked it up.
Oh,
so,
It's a very good restaurant. So shout out to that.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my lady went there.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good time.
That's
good food. Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say your trip was popping.
It was. I just, I don't want to bore people with my life.
No.
My personal life. I don't care about
that.
I will eventually, though. But anyway, back to the Super Bowl. Levi.
Yes.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeated the Kansas City Chiefs.
As I said they would.
In a terrible football game.
Mm-hmm.
Full disclosure, I picked Chiefs before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
Had to ride it out. But people know privately, I was very worried about them in this game. Because when you lose 4 offensive linemen, there's only so much you can do.
You said 4?
I think they were down 3 or 4, yeah.
I thought they were down 2.
No, they were down 3 or 4 because they had lost 1 before the season started.
Well, yeah, their best one, Schwartz.
Schwartz got hurt.
Yeah.
Schwartz got hurt. One of their starters went and did to fight COVID in Canada.
Oh,
so
yeah,
super
that's
smart.
right.
Yeah, and then Fisher. So I think it was 3 or 4 because they haven't been moving people around all year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they moved people around just to cover it. But eventually, there's only so much moving you can do.
Mm-hmm.
It is something I said whenever the Broncos and the Panthers played, right? I don't know how many years ago that was. Probably 6 now, 7. If Manning's in the Hall of Fame, if Manning's in the Hall of Fame now, so it was at least 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Manning got inducted to the Hall of Fame. That's a headline I can put up there. Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
Show notes. Show banter. Things don't matter until they do. That's what I said when the Panthers and the Broncos played in the Super Bowl, because the Panthers was out there with Ted Ginn as the number 1 receiver, and that was real cute.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter until you played a defense that was like, this isn't happening.
Yeah, and
then it mattered. And Mike Remmers didn't matter at right tackle until it mattered, and it's mattered in 2 different Super Bowls, because Mike Remmers was the right tackle for the Panthers when Von Miller won MVP off Cam.
Yeah, I saw that Bomani tweet.
Yeah, it don't matter until it matters, dog. Yeah. Things don't matter until they matter. You can do all the cool offensive line shifting. It didn't matter. Boy, did it matter Sunday. Mm-hmm. It mattered so much.
Mm-hmm.
So much did it matter. The game overall, like, it got very uninteresting so fast. And not because, like, it was a blowout. It just was like, I don't know. It was just, the commercials weren't good. The pregame was weird and cringy.
Mm-hmm.
I got very bored very fast with this game. I don't know why. Like, before the game started, I was bored.
Really?
Yes. Like, straight up, before the game even began, I was bored, bro. Like, I was so over the whole, it was just over it.
I'd never seen you so excited on a podcast before, until last week.
We hadn't done Super Bowl
because you were so hyped.
Before.
Yeah, but you were really hyped about the game.
I was. And then the game, and then
right before the game starts,
I was bored.
Yeah.
I was over it. Before the game began, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was. I just wasn't feeling it, bro.
Because you knew you were going to be wrong.
I don't care about that.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, but you knew what the end result was going to be.
That wasn't
I think
it,
you were confident.
Because I wasn't. I was excited for I was nervous for the Eagles Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I was just a ball of nerves for that one. But, like, this one, I was just like, dang, can y'all start the game? Because I'm tired of seeing all of you. And the game started, and I was like, finally.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And then the second quarter happened, and I was like, okay, this is just a waste of time.
Yeah.
The flag fiesta began in the second quarter, and that, like, threw everything off for me. The Flag Fiesta.
Well, I mean, I played Madden until it started, and then I watched the first quarter at my place.
See, that would have helped because we went out for like the first half, so we got there a little early. So I was seeing all the pregame stuff from like 5:40 ish all the way to 6:30, which is just I didn't think it'd be that long, but that's a long time of boring pregame behavior.
Yeah,
and that threw it off for me.
Yeah, I didn't watch the pregame, so just turn it on when they're ready to kick it off, and then I left at the end of the first quarter after Brady scored his first ever first quarter touchdown in the Super Bowl. And then I went over to a Super Bowl gathering. And the whole time, I mean, the vibe was, hey, you never know. It's kind of like watching the Warriors. They could make a run any second now. So I think that's what kind of kept my interest throughout the game.
I had that interest till like, I think the first drive in the third quarter, I was like, okay, this is done here. I went to sleep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was not wasting my time watching a boring football game. Yeah, I'm just not doing it. Football doesn't know. I have enough problems with the Eagles to where I'm not going to watch other teams be bad at football too. I deal with enough with that team to where I don't need to be watching anybody else be bad. And message the Eagles fans. There are some Eagles fans out there. I think I showed you. I don't know if I sent it to you. There are Eagles fans out there that were watching that game Sunday and were like, what Mahomes went through, that's a lot of what Carson had to deal with this year. No, it's really not. It's really not. They were trying to compare the Mahomes situation to Carson. Like, no, because Carson would have been sacked 12 times and had 3 fumbles and 4 interceptions with what situation Patrick Mahomes was in.
Yeah.
Let's not do this to ourselves. Let's not lie to ourselves, guys.
Maybe Carson before the knee.
Maybe, yeah. Even then, I don't know. He never really had to deal with it that bad. We had the weirdest team in 2017. Yeah. We were just like so good for no reason. I still don't understand how that magic happened, but I appreciate it. Because if it didn't happen, I would be so miserable. I was thinking I would be a Jaguars fan, basically. Because Jaguars were that close to going to Super Bowl that same year. And then the whole franchise blew apart.
Yeah.
Basically. That's why I would be if the Eagles didn't win that Super Bowl.
It's funny you say that because Doug Peterson and Doug Marrone kind of remind me of each other.
Because the name's Doug?
Maybe that, but also they kind of carry the same vibe, I feel like.
Interesting.
I feel like they're kind of the same when it comes to coaching offense, too.
I think they are both offensive guys.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, Doug Marrone's our new offensive line coach at Alabama.
So Saban's just stealing all the fired NFL guys?
Yeah.
And putting them in random positions?
Well, I mean, it's all part of the Knicks Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
The charity.
The Nick Fire coach. The Nick
rehabilitation.
The Nick Saban camp for coaches who can't coach good and want to know how to do other things good, too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zoolander.
I've never seen Zoolander.
You haven't?
No.
Zoolander a classic.
No.
It's a classic.
I mean, I've seen 2. I think I've seen the second one.
Oh, no, that was a mistake. Yeah. I haven't seen the second one. I love the first one. The second one came. I saw the trailer for the second one. I said, I'm not doing that to myself.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad movies, The Little Things. I don't know if you've seen the previews for it with Denzel Washington and Jared Leto and Rami Malek. I don't know if you've seen previews. It was like an HBO Max thing.
I may have.
Terrible.
Oh.
It's really bad. The acting is good, but the script is horrendous. And apparently the script was written in 1993.
Oh.
And they just didn't bother to update it.
Oh.
So they just kept the whole 90s vibe and didn't change a single thing about the script, apparently. And just said, let's just do it in 2019. Just greenlit it. 2019. Very bad movie. Don't waste your time. If you're interested in watching it, don't. Just, do something else with your time. Because you deserve better than that. It was 2 hours of my life that I just wish I had back. Because it was so bad. But I do like watching bad movies. So I like to make fun of them. Bad movies are good when you're watching them with people.
Yeah.
It was a very bad movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. Back to the Super Bowl. Levi, as the Tampa Bay Bucks representative of this show.
Yeah.
It is fire. I forgot I picked the Chiefs before the season started to go to the Super Bowl. So it is kind of fire that happened. Because I was really almost texting you. I was really almost going to text you and say, I think I want to pick the Bucks. But then you told me, then you made the thing about how we both had before the season started. I'm like, I just can't back out.
Gotta hang on to it.
Yeah, I got to just ride this thing out and hope.
Yeah.
And hope. Because, I mean, it's not like I haven't picked against Chiefs before in the playoffs. It's the same year.
Well, I mean, don't act like you were the only one who, picked the Chiefs. I was watching many montages by ESPN where all their NFL experts, which I didn't look at the official, 10 we've been keeping track of, but I know Orlovsky, Rutledge, Marcellus, and Mina, they all had the Chiefs. Who's Damian? No, Marcellus Wiley.
Marcellus Wiley, does not work at ESPN anymore.
Who am I thinking of? It wasn't Damian.
Marcus
Was it
Spears?
Damian Woody?
Marcus
Spears.
Y'all don't look alike, Levi.
No, I'm not. Okay.
We all. You walked into that.
That's true.
Marcus Spears.
I know. Yes, I'm very aware they don't all look alike, but give me some slack when it's because they kind of all do look alike.
They don't though, but I hear you.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking three big dudes who are all linemen in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So who did I say? Marcus Spears or who is it? Marcus Spears? Yeah, whatever. My point is, they were all wrong. I was right. In your face. I'm an expert, not y'all. Not you.
It's not anybody's face. It's literally in no one's face. It's in no one's face.
It's all up in y'all's faces.
You're
in y'all's faces.
And you're traded to your own team.
How?
Because you picked your division rival.
Yeah, and then I specifically told people too, and I should have just clipped it while I was there, but I told people quit hyping up the Falcons. I was listening to stupid people like Chick-fil-A when I was working there, hyping up the Falcons, saying Todd Gurley was going to win a Heisman Trophy in Atlanta. Get out of here.
They said he was going to win a Heisman Trophy in Atlanta?
That was a joke. I mean, whatever. They were giving him every single award there was in the book, and I knew that he wasn't going to last. No, he was trash. He was bad. He was alright. He was bad.
Ain't the reason y'all suck.
He was bad.
Not that much.
But yeah, I mean, I was wrong about one thing. I said they were going to win the NFC South. I mean, so the Bucs
they didn't do that, did
that.
they? I forgot they didn't do that.
No.
Oh yeah, because I saw an interesting stat that said the teams that finished 5 or lower, if that made the Super Bowl, have all won it.
Oh really?
In the last few years, yeah, teams that finished 5th or lower in the NFC, if they make Super Bowl, they win it. They win it basically.
That's the key.
Yeah,
be a wild card
be
team.
Mediocre in the regular season.
Yeah,
and then make the Super Bowl basically. Yeah. So shout out to them.
Shout out to me too.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
You ran, wire to wire. Kind of wire to wire. A little bit. It got a little shaky there in the middle of the season.
Yeah,
got a little shaky.
I had to keep the faith.
It got a little shaky there in the middle.
I had to keep the faith.
They got it together. Shout out to Bruce Arians for because my thing was I didn't think Bruce would adjust his offense, and it didn't like he was going to for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then that 3-game lose streak happened. He's like, you know what? I ain't trying to get fired with Brady at quarterback and all these weapons. And
so he gave Brady some keys.
Yeah, he went back, let him do some more Patriot-esque things, and figured it out. And then they got rolling.
Yeah,
the weak schedule helped too, but they got rolling.
Yeah,
and they played a really great Super Bowl, especially defensively. Like that defensive.
Yeah.
I mean, they did what they're supposed to do.
And you got to look too. I mean, they beat some pretty good teams to get to the Super Bowl as well in the playoffs. Well,
the Packers,
the Packers.
Yes, they beat
the Saints or
they beat
whatever.
2 good teams, yes. But that's how the playoff goes. You play who you play.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna hate on it.
Yeah.
They play who they play. They did what they had to do. Got there. I think I underestimated how talented that team actually was.
Yeah, you did.
Because before the season, not during the playoffs. Before the season.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they didn't if team that made the playoffs last year, I don't look at them like, oh yeah, they're going to be a Super Bowl next year. You didn't make the playoffs. You're irrelevant to me in my mind. If you don't make the playoffs, you're irrelevant. Mm-hmm. Basically, that's how I feel. When people saying the Eagles going to have a great year, I'm like, they ain't made the playoffs that year. I don't care what they do. They're not going to do anything. And then they went to Super Bowl. I just don't care about teams that don't make the playoffs. I will always be against them and not think they're that good because they didn't make the playoffs. But that's why someone tweet Sunday like, bro, they could. Someone said Sunday they were like, they could have made the playoffs with James throwing 30 interceptions. I was like, didn't think about that. That's very talented. That defense is talented. Devin White's very good. Levante David, of course. The secondary got better and healthier as well because they had a couple people who weren't there. And boy, they made some life-saving plays in that first quarter. They were saving lives in that first quarter. Yeah. Like there was a pass that they were getting that much on them.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was a great defense performance. I enjoy watching defense.
It was.
I like a good defense though. I never hate on a good defense. They're fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to that.
Yeah, very impressive.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Orlando for not having a bunch of traffic because when Orlando's on like an hour and a half away from Tampa, I think 2 hours, something like that.
Yeah, but they're like
I thought they would be trying to commute from. I thought I'd be running people on the turnpike, but the turnpike wasn't that heavy. So thank God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I went down Thursday, so I thought I'd be seeing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought I'd be running in traffic, but I didn't. So shout out to that.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, well, you bringing that up, I mean, I should have done my due diligence because I really did have like clips of us to look back on last year. Because I said it straight up, and I'm going to clip it. I'm putting it on social media because when I'm right, I like to let everybody know I'm right, and I don't care if you don't like it. I've lost a few family members on Facebook because of it. I'm sorry, you're stupid. But anyways, I said last year, episode 1 of Not the Experts. Hey Titus, did you know the Bucks were the second team in the NFL in all defense. Did you know that their average point or average margin of losses were like by 2 scores, not 2 touchdowns, it was 2 scores. And what correlated with that, losing by 2 scores, Jameis averaged 2 turnovers a game. So I said, hey, just substitute Jameis with somebody who can actually throw the ball and has some high ranking in the NFL when it comes to leadership and respect. And that's all it does. Oh, yeah. I mean, bro, I listen to CBS Sports Radio after the game. I listen to ESPN Radio after the game. I watch Sports Center after the game.
Rabbit hole of
they didn't even, bro. They didn't even have to bait these guys into like these answers. They just already gave it to them, and every single buck, they pointed to one man on that team that said that got them there, and it was Tom Brady.
Cute. That's cute.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we're going to talk about it more later on.
Shout out to the Bucs coaching staff.
Yeah, shout out to the Bucs coaching staff too.
Salute to Bruce Arians for showing the diversity can win games.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it's not gonna do anything for the NFL because they're not gonna. No one's gonna care or change anything. But salute to him for at least trying. You tried. That's the best you can do. Bruce Arians, just try.
BA.
Yeah, nothing's gonna change, but good job. I wanted to wear a Kangol today, but I didn't know where to find one. I really wanted to wear a Kangol in honor of Bruce Arians to respect him, but yeah. So you want to go to the next thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's this about?
It's kind of a play on words. We take accountability for our takes. Yeah, we kind of already addressed this.
I picked it up.
Yeah, we kind of already addressed this.
I picked up what you're saying. Yeah. I picked up what you're saying.
But the whole theme, I would say, around our conversation from last week, well, from you, which is it was very warranted, and it was a great question to ask. Can you stop the Chiefs' offense for all 4 quarters?
Yes. And the Bucs said, yes, we can.
Yeah.
And they surely did.
Mm-hmm.
So, impressive. It was great. It was a great defensive performance. Like, I don't know what to say about that. They did really great defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Like, incredibly well.
Yeah.
And so well that I gave up in the third quarter. I'm like, okay, well, I see this game is over.
Yep.
And I gave up. I saw the clips of Mahomes doing ridiculous body things later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so salute to them. Good job.
My take was wrong on Scotty Miller being the leading receiver. He had 0 catches, 1 rushing attempt for -3 yards.
Yeah. I was actually surprised he didn't matter as much. I thought he
because
might get, no, well,
but if to put into more context, this is when I thought AB wasn't playing. So Scotty Miller was taking the place of AB. But what happened? Oh, AB, he had 5 catches, 22 yards.
Yes.
A touchdown. AB was there to do what he had to do.
So that would have been Scotty Miller's 22 yards.
Yeah, and his touchdown.
With a long of 16.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I thought your Leonard Fournette thing was going to be right early on.
No, he had what, 130?
No, he had an 89.
No, all-purpose.
All-purpose, yeah. Yeah.
I said 150 all-purpose, 3 touchdowns, and he had like 130.
Did you say all-purpose?
Yeah, I said all-purpose.
Okay. I thought you said rushing.
No, I said all-purpose.
I
said rushing at the beginning, and then I said no. I said wait, all-purpose. Okay. I said
and they changed. I mean, they ended up with 150 rushing yards total between him and Ronnie Jones. So.
Yeah, and
right at 150.
Oh, they were
right
at 150. I think his all-purpose though was he had 89. Is that what you said?
89 rush, 89 receiving, 46. 89 rushing, 46 receiving.
Yeah. So was that 130 something?
Basically, yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah.
It's close. Needed a couple more touchdowns in that, but trying to think what other takes do we have? Patrick Mahomes rushed for like 500 yards, and Tom Brady had -2 yards. So
you had somebody.
The Instagram take was terrible, as I said it was.
It was really bad.
Yeah,
they didn't even give Brady the traditional QB sneak touchdown.
Oh no,
they didn't give him that. And I knew that was coming. They didn't do that for him. Like, dang.
Did Brady get one? Did he have one of those?
A rushing touchdown? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Nah. He had. I don't know why it says he has.
You know what? Leonard Fournette would have, should have. Yes, playoff Lenny would have, should have, could have had 2 touchdowns. But why are we running Ronald Jones? On the 1-yard line. Why are we going to trust him to punch it in? That's when you put the bald-headed guy. Who tweeted that?
I don't know.
Some defensive player tweeted during the game. Yeah, after Ronald got stopped.
I thought he was in the first time too. From the first angle, I definitely thought.
Oh
he got
yeah,
it.
that was hard to
it.
see.
Yeah.
But I think they stopped him. But yeah, they said you never you always put in the dude who goes bald by choice, like on the 1 yard line or something like
it's
that.
Fair point.
That's what he said.
It's fair logic. So. It's definitely sound logic.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette reminded me a lot of the LeGarrette Blount time when he was just taking teams going to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He did it because he did back-to-back years. He did it with the Patriots and then came to the Eagles and did it. So like I wonder if Leonard Fournette's gonna take like a LeGarrette Blount type career role and just go bowling ball teams to the Super Bowl. It's a fun path to take. It's a really fun path to take.
Well, somebody already took that path, bro.
LeGarrette Blount did.
No, I'm saying somebody's already taken that path. And he did it the right way too, because he didn't see any playing time. But Shady, bro, Shady
My
McCoy,
boy Shady.
Yeah, Shady McCoy. Shady. He got 2 rings now.
He does
2 rings in a row and didn't do anything to contribute for him.
Salute to Shady. He's like,
but he deserves it though. He had
guy.
8 seasons in a row with 1,000+ yards.
Shady was nasty in his prime.
Go get your rings. Yeah.
He was nasty in his prime.
Yeah.
And then Chip Kelly ruined it.
Yeah.
I hate Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
My mood just got ruined because I thought about Chip Kelly again. Gosh, man. Oh, God, I hate Chip Kelly. Least favorite Eagles coach of all time. I've only had the one that won. I've had Andy Reid, one that won me a Super Bowl, and Doug Peterson. But Chip Kelly's the worst of those 3.
Yeah,
decidedly. Remember he was 49ers head coach for like a year? At random time when he was 49ers head coach after the Eagles?
He was?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No,
yeah, he went there after Philly, and it didn't work out at all.
And
then they went with that Jim Tom Sula dude for a year. That franchise turnaround has been magical. That's a magical franchise turnaround.
It was Mike Shanahan, bro.
Say what?
I mean, because it was Kyle Shanahan, bro.
And John Lynch.
Well, yeah. But I'm giving it to Kyle Shanahan.
People wanted their owner. People wanted Jed York to sell the team, and Jed York was like, "I got something for y'all." Boom, Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, exactly.
and fix his whole reputation. It's truly impressive.
Yeah.
That was random, but I just thought about that because it's Chip Kelly.
Yeah, every time, you know what? Kyle Shanahan's my Chip Kelly. I don't want to hear about it because.
Oh, you don't like him?
Well, I mean, because the Falcons. I mean, I told the Falcons what to do, and Arthur Blank didn't listen to me. So yeah,
he didn't even come close to
because he didn't listen to me. We suck, and that's what I've been predicting every year. We're gonna suck.
I understand.
So
I understand.
Yeah, screw you, Arthur. I don't care.
I don't know if do you have. We might. I don't know if you have this later. If you do, we can talk about it later. What do you think? The Chiefs lost Super Bowl now, so what do you think happens to them next year as Super Bowl losers?
Oh, I mean, I think early prediction. Here it is.
Because Tony Romo and Jim Nantz didn't listen to me.
What was?
They were out there. He's going to get to a bunch more Super Bowls. Who said that? How you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, we might see Mahomes in the Super Bowl the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
It's very possible. We might not see him ever again. I'm dead serious. We might not see the Chiefs in Super Bowl ever again. It might be over with. It very well could be over with. They might not go to another Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay. I feel like you can't say that, though, because you're the guy in the corner of, y'all can't tell me anything, blah, blah.
You can't.
Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT, blah, blah.
I never said he was the GOAT. I never said he was the GOAT.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about that last week.
I said he's the most talented. I said he's the most talented quarterback I've ever seen.
Oh, but I thought that was going hand in hand with who GOAT is.
No, I don't do GOAT. I say he's the most talented I've ever seen, and people get mad at that because
I mean,
eats ice cream.
If people get mad about that, then
that's what's controversial to people because the dude eats avocado ice cream and has a doctor friend, and I can't say that Patrick Mahomes is more talented than him. I don't understand why, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's my thing. He's more
Patrick
talented.
Mahomes is more talented.
Okay, yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, he's the most talented quarterback I've ever seen play football.
That's easy.
Yeah, he's the most talented. It's people don't like that though, Levi. People really come at me about that.
I mean,
they bring up rings.
Yeah, but okay,
in a talent conversation.
That's the thing. Okay, so I feel like that's been a big thing in our friendship though, is that we can, because we don't get hung up on. We know what words are and we know what words mean. So we know that talent doesn't equal rings.
Correct.
So when or GOAT or whatever, when you're just saying talent, oh yeah, that dude's got a lot of talent. Like he's really, So, I mean,
that's
we've had these conversations.
Yeah, that's what I be trying to say. People don't like that.
Yeah.
Because I never said Brady was the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. I just won't say it.
Oh yeah. No, he's not. He's not the most talented quarterback. No.
He's very good though. Very good.
Yeah.
I thought I had negatives about him all playoffs pretty much, but he was fine this game. I had nothing bad to say about him this game. He actually was flawless to me in the Super Bowl.
Oh wow,
Brady, he was flawless. Like I've been very critical because he was out here hanging out in this playoff run for the most part, but he was flawless Sunday. I was like, hey, there's nothing I can say about the man.
Yeah,
The man did his thing.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And it pretty much rang true. It all went back to just the pretty much what I thought they were going to get is you're just taking out a liability kind of like you don't know if like this guy's it's a 50-50 ball every time it's going to be interception or touchdown. Yeah. Yes. But oh wow, literally it's a 50-50
literally,
ball.
Yeah, it's straight up.
You know what? Somebody told me at the game or while we were watching, they were like they were complaining or whatever because they didn't like the Tom Brady hype either. And they might have just been trolling, but they suggested that if Jameis had those same weapons, he'd be better off. And I said, what do you mean he'd go 40 for 40 instead of 30 for 30 that year? And then too, you can't even say, oh, they were holding Jameis out from talent. The two dudes they picked up were there because of Tom Brady. They would not have been on that organization if it wasn't Tom Brady.
I think Antonio Brown would have taken a job.
Yeah, but Bruce Arians wasn't giving Antonio Brown a job though. If it wasn't for Tom Brady.
That's fair.
Yeah, so he wasn't going to be on that Bucs team.
Speaking of that, I saw a thing about Antonio Brown today. Somebody was like, they counted him out. And look at him. Now he has a Super Bowl ring. I don't think that was our doing. I think he did that to himself. Yeah. But we're not gonna do this revisionist. This like the Tyreek Hill thing all over again. I mean, the Kareem Hunt thing all over again. Where it's like, oh, they gave up on him. No, he did to him. That was all him. That was all his own doing.
Yeah,
we're not doing any of that. Yeah. Let's not do that with Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
we're not doing that. Yeah. Like, no, come on, they counted him out. Man, froze his feet, Levi. He asked he blew how much money he blew guaranteed? $30 million. That what it was? Was it like 30 mil? Yeah. He only had to wait 2 more days and he couldn't do that. Like, no, nobody count him out. Counting himself out. We're not doing this. But word. You've got to stop, bro. They got to stop.
If Alex Smith didn't have the comeback that he had, I would definitely be on board of saying, hey, let's overturn the vote and put Antonio Brown for comeback player of the year. The man couldn't walk just a couple years ago. And now he's out here catching Super Bowl touchdowns. He was
stuck in a cryo chamber.
Yeah.
Dang it. The man's a legend. But yeah, so Super Bowl, we got more Super Bowl stuff coming later. But now we will get into our staple segments. We have our expert of the week, Levi. Are you giving expert of the week to yourself?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really not doing it.
I would have gave it to you, but I'm not doing it, so.
Okay, well, I mean, I really.
No, it's too late.
It's just poor preparation on my part, so I'm just really just having to go to the bag of saying, yeah, it's me, whatever. I just bragged on myself for 5 minutes. So,
I understand.
Who's your expert of the week?
Mine asks you if you're a diehard Bucs fan.
Oh, well, I used to be. Back when I was younger and that Bucs team was fine, I actually became a Bucs fan, and that was back in the young. I've always been a contrarian.
That was back in the bounce around era of being a fan. You just
for me,
you don't really have your team yet. You just go to whatever team
in
school.
That was the NFL for me. Like, it was hard for me to settle on a team really because the Falcons were always up and down, and two, at the time I was a contrarian to everybody. So everybody, of course, liked the Falcons, and I wasn't going to like the Falcons. So I picked the 5th team there was, and the Bucs were the most fun to play with on Madden and ESPN 2K or whatever. So back in the day, I was a Bucs fan.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that. So this is all your Bucs ties just came back to you.
Oh, it kind of did. Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, I'm still local Falcons #1. But yeah, the Bucs do hold a near and dear place.
I get that.
To my heart.
I get that.
And speaking of that too, I wanted to say that this Bucs defense, I don't know. I won't say it's as good, but it rivals that 2003, 2002 defense.
You're saying a lot.
Yeah, I am saying a lot, actually, because that defense...
Their defense kind of wired. That's the only thing that keeps the Bucs. They weren't wire to wire like the other defenses were. Like the great Super Bowl defenses, they were wire to wire, like, great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, from top down, every single position, bro. Yeah. Like, Derek Brooks, Kelly, you got Barber, you got Sapp. McFarland, right. Yeah, that was Booger McFarland, John Lynch. I mean, everybody was out there.
Yeah, it was nasty. I mean,
it was nasty. Simeon Rice, do what?
Who's the quarterback?
Brad Johnson.
Yeah, like, come on, dog. They was wilding.
Yeah, Michael Pittman in the back. Mike Allstott. Who who's the wide receivers? Yeah, Joey. Was it Joey Galloway or
Yeah.
Keyshawn? It was Keyshawn Johnson, or was it Joey
Look at
Galloway?
These are their all. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 All Pros on defense.
Good.
Simeon Rice, Warren Sapp, Derrick Brooks, Rondé Barber, and John Lynch.
Yeah.
That
crazy. Team was nasty.
That was the Mike Allstott was probably the best offensive player.
Yeah.
The big.
Oh yeah. No, Mike Allstott is top 5 like all time. Because
I'm looking at their playoff run. All right, they won 31-6 in the divisional, 27-10 in the championship against the Eagles. Who else would it be?
Yeah,
and then 48-21 the Super Bowl.
Good. Yeah, against the Raiders. Everybody. Yeah, they did, bro. They did.
They got everybody out of
here. That team was fire.
So nasty. Yeah,
it was nasty. But I think what's great about it though. And we're not even. Oh, you know what? We're not.
Get that later.
Yeah, we'll get onto it later. Who's your expert of the week?
My expert of the week is going to I lost it. I had it. Oh, this is according to unverified reports. All right, there was a streaker during the Super Bowl. Okay,
yeah,
I'm just giving it to him anyway. The streaker during the Super Bowl. According to him, this was submitted to me by someone too, by the way, because I submitted this to me. So if you have an expert, someone you think should be nominated for expert of the week, feel free to submit it to us. And we might go with it. But according to unverified reports, Levi, the streaker on the field. This is what someone said. Met the Super Bowl streaker at Jay Alexander's restaurant while having lunch before leaving Tampa. He bet $50K on a prop bet at plus 750 that there will be a streaker at the Super Bowl. His buddy went out first as a diversion, so he didn't get caught as quickly as his friend. Cost him $1K to get out of jail, so he cleared $374,000 on his bet.
Give that man expert of the year, bro.
If it's real, that you win everything because that's just genius there.
Yeah,
that's genius.
Yeah.
And the fact that that's even a bet you can make. If that would have been, how has no one tried that already?
I know.
Like, okay, you can't go to football games anymore. Guess what? You got 300. Okay, I will have the greatest home theater setup ever. I won't need to go to a game.
Or you can buy a pretty good disguise and get yourself into another game.
That's real.
Buy yourself a whole nother alias.
You can use your friend's account.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they probably link it to your address and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Use your friend's address and account.
Yeah.
Get the ticket. You're good. Good to go. That was my ticket sound. It's my computer hacking sound. When you're doing slick stuff on the computer.
The betting story is way better than what I was thinking. I imagine this whole he lost the fantasy football bet.
Yes.
They were in the group chat trying to figure out what the loser is going to do. Some guy had the bright idea. They said, "Hey, I know what John, let's say his name's John.
Yeah.
I know what John can do as a punishment. Oh, what's that? Streak during the Super Bowl. Ha! What a great suggestion. If only that could ever happen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro, I swear right now, if you got me a ticket to the Super Bowl, I'll do it. I will streak. I will pay out that bet. Okay, bet. And then one glorious email was sent to him like, hey, buddy, guess what? We all chipped in. We got you a ticket.
Got you in there. Or like somebody's relative is a first responder and they got the free ticket and they want it. So here you go. All you, buddy.
Yep. So, but I like that. The bet. That was great. Yeah.
Not the expert of the week.
Yes.
I will give mine to the North Carolina Tar Heels men's basketball program. Do you know what happened there, Levi?
I know they lost to Duke.
Did they? Yeah. I didn't even know that because I've been so not caring about college
Or
basketball.
maybe Duke lost. I don't know. Who cares? They both suck.
They're so terrible. Yeah. Also, I saw Kansas unranked now too. So Duke, Kentucky, Carolina, Kansas, all unranked.
I meant to stay up last night. Sorry, there was going to be like a little segment on Sports Center, like this. It's trying to break down why all the blue bloods
are all terrible.
Yeah, about it.
I would like to know. Actually, I'm very interested in why.
Yeah, I wanted to see.
Like, why do they all give up on pandemic year?
Yeah,
like every one of them.
Yeah,
it's very weird.
Well, I think too, it was kind of a trend last year though too, if you think about it, because North Carolina did not play good last year. Duke didn't have a good season last year either.
Carolina does this thing with the homie Roy Williams where this be really bad randomly for a year, and then we'll be in the championship 3 years later.
Well, I think Roy takes years off, bro. I really do. I think
like it, dog. It really feels like it's something.
Yeah, and because it's not like football where when you're recruiting a recruiting class, like trying to get guys signed this year. Yeah. This isn't you prepping for next year. This is you prepping for 3 years in the future. When you're putting that recruiting class together. when you're recruiting in basketball,
Carolina
you're
beat
pretty
Duke.
much. Oh, sorry, I don't even know what I said, but like when you're recruiting in basketball, you're recruiting for that year pretty much.
Yeah,
you know, so
exactly,
you're
exactly.
assembling the team. So I think
Yeah.
Roy just kind of takes years off. Like,
it was weird last year because we had Cole Anthony who was, went one and done like he should have.
Yeah.
But then he got hurt, and I'm like, oh dang, Roy, you ain't had nobody else beside him. That was it.
Yeah.
That's the only one we had.
But I mean, they were still like y'all. I mean, y'all were good, but y'all weren't like even with him.
In the pits.
Yeah,
they were in the pits. Yeah. And K was weird. K had that super team with Zion, RJ, and them. I think after that failed, he gave up on the whole I don't want to do this ever again. We had 3 super good freshmen.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever want to deal with that ever again in my life. I think he went back to his old ways.
I know Calipari this year is struggling with. He's got talent, but they're not clicking.
Right.
From listening to people that actually do watch these games consistently, it's just I think all those dudes, they're going into the league next year and they just don't even care to make the effort, which is fine.
It's probably such a weird college experience for them this year too.
Yeah,
it's not what they expected.
I don't blame them. But that's just why they.
Yeah, I knew it was bad for Kentucky when I seen my friend who likes Kentucky basketball. What up, David? I seen him start posting a baseball picture, baseball yesterday. I said I knew it was over then. It's February. You posting baseball? You post about Kentucky baseball? Yeah, I know it's a wrap.
Yeah,
but the North Carolina men's basketball program, their game was canceled 2 hours before tip-off against Miami the other day. Would you like to know why?
No. Oh, yeah, I would like to know why. I don't know why I said no.
Yo, what's funny is I didn't register you said no. I was about to go right into it because I knew you were going to say yes. Yeah. The decision came after the Daily Tar Heel, North Carolina student newspaper, posted a Snapchat video that showed UNC standouts Deron Sharp and Armando Bacot partying without masks on, along with other young people who also weren't wearing masks after UNC's 91-87 win.
Oh, so it did beat Duke. Yeah.
They did, yes. They were outside just partying in places with cameras. This is the problem with you young kids today. Y'all don't understand everything don't need to be on video. And you always end up doing something stupid and getting caught up. You done got the whole game canceled because you out partying. They're college students, Leo. What I say before this started when college came back, said people expect college students to be honest. They're not going to be. They're stupid. They're naturally dumb. They're going to go out and do dumb stuff. So this was already expected from me. Why is video needed for everything? Sometimes just go be in the vibe.
Yeah.
But you couldn't be in the vibe because you didn't think about the fact that, somebody take video of this and we can't play the game Sunday. And now when I go to the draft, they're going to have character issues by my name because I did something stupid. You're just dumb. Be smart. Be intelligent. They're just wasting time. Out here getting caught with no mask on Snapchat of all places. Snapchat! Yeah. Snapchat don't even be popping no more. Make me sick. That's my not the expert. So
this is a great one. I mean,
Deron Sharp and Armando Bacot. I don't even know what your last name is. I can't say it. Whatever it is, Bacot. I don't know what it is. But you too, specifically, getting caught on camera.
Put the phones down. Kids.
Put the phones down. Don't press in.
Yeah.
I remember I told you this years ago. Y'all ain't want to listen. Y'all wanted to press in.
Yeah, don't press in. Yeah.
And then y'all know y'all popular. People want to be around Carolina basketball players, and you actually beat Duke. Which that been thing we've done consistently lately. Yeah. So it's a big deal. You know the spot gonna be jumping. You know they want you in the spot. Now you want somebody. Now you want Cynthia Snapchat because you wanted to be outside. I chose a random name. Cynthia sounds like a good name. I feel like a Cynthia would go to North Carolina and take videos of basketball players. I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Unless you're not the expert.
I got him. I'm gonna give him not the expert, even though you could argue maybe it was expert. But Jose Canseco, he pocketed a little over $1 million
My man
this
took a
past
dive,
weekend.
didn't he?
I don't know. I don't know because Jose Canseco is such full of crap. You really don't know. You don't know. And he was talking so much crap leading up to the match. And I mean, he was willing, or it was just all talk or whatever. But I mean, he was ready to, throw down $500,000 bets or whatever because he wasn't even focused on Berserker Billy. This was apparently his parlay.
That man name is Berserker Billy?
Well, they call him no, he calls himself Berserker Billy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just become I
got you.
Or I could have given his other name Billy Football. It's either one, which you want to choose.
So he do good with football picks?
Do what?
He a good football picker?
No, so he was he got on as an intern while he was Well, he was a high school QB, and he went on and played.
Okay.
He was a D3 QB
Oh,
or
word,
whatever.
okay,
So they
okay.
call him Billy Football,
Got you,
and they would only call him like on football like
days?
related.
Okay,
Yeah. But anyways, Jose, yeah, I don't know if he took the dive. I think he's so prideful. I don't think he did take the dive, but he pocketed over $1 million for sure because he got 50,000 for the fight. And then Dave made a agreement with him that if they beat their pay-per-view record, he would get a percentage of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And so he said they shattered the pay-per-view, and so you do the math. He ended up it said he pocketed over $1 million.
That many y'all pay for a Barstool pay-per-view?
Do what?
That many people pay for a Barstool pay-per-view?
I mean, it was only it doesn't surprise me. I didn't pay for it. I didn't watch it. I would have actually if I had like the spending money to do it, but it was $20, and I mean it was a 4-hour, fight night type of thing. I watched the free part of it.
I didn't know what happened until I seen Jose Canseco on the ground on Twitter. I was like, why Jose training? What he did today?
Oh yeah.
And I seen him. I said, oh, okay, a celebrity boxing match. Who was the celebrity? I seen it was a Barstool thing. I'm like, oh, it
was
an
intern.
Yeah,
it was a Barstool intern.
Understood.
Yeah,
that dude was really hype. He beat up Jose Canseco too.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was like a much bigger situation than it was.
Oh no.
Someone who, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm not in the Barstool demographic.
Yeah.
So I was just out of it. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
shout out to the money. Hey, get money how you get money. I ain't even hating.
Yeah, but shout out to Billy Football. I mean, he's living the dream, man. He 21, 22, just knocked out Jose Canseco. Yeah.
Did he even know who Jose Canseco was before they fought?
Yeah, he knew.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I don't know what 21-year-olds know anymore. Like, I don't know what they're aware of.
Billy Football, he's a character, but he's very fascinated with steroids.
Oh,
he loves,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't take them, but he's just fascinated. Yeah, he's fascinated with, like the chemical compounds and everything and what they do to your body. So he's fascinated by people who take steroids. Big fan of Jose Canseco. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Knocked out his hero.
Yeah.
That's not only a lot of heroes got knocked out over the weekend, bro.
Yeah.
The UFC event went down, and all the older guys got slept in very bad fashion.
Oh, really?
It was ugly. Frank Yeager's been one of the best fighters, like, consistently over the past like decade or so.
Mm-hmm.
And that nap he took, I felt it. I was like, oh no, not Frankie. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. Being old and fighting is not the way to do it.
No, it's not.
Let's fight another old man. Shout out to Mike Tyson and Roy Jones.
Oh yeah.
Just do a nice old senior tour of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Senior fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for I don't think Mike Tyson should be allowed in the senior. And he put him back down with the real. Put
him back with the youngins.
Yeah. He's too real for the old ones.
He was out trying to kill Roy.
Yeah.
He was trying to kill Roy. People got mad at Roy finally fought. I'm like, bro, I would have. What y'all want him to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no. I let Mike hit me a bunch of times.
Not go square to square with him.
All right. So, Super Bowl storylines. I wanted to read it the way it looked. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I just didn't change any of the caps. It's like Bowlll.
So yes, as I said already, Levi, this could very well be the last championship that we see Patrick Mahomes in for the rest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
This could be it because that's how football works. Tom Brady might make another 7 in his 30 years left on his career.
Mm-hmm.
Just in his 8th prime, so he might make another 12.
He may.
Overall, man, what kind of storyline did you take away from this?
Well, I would say so. The storyline, it came back together beautifully. As in, you can't write it any better than this. When you just talk about the marketing, everything, where you got Tom Brady, who's hailed as one of the greatest of all times, but there's this looming argument over his legacy of, was it really Brady? Is it really Belichick?
Yeah.
Is he a system QB? Blah, blah, blah. And then he decides he's going to, uproot himself and go plant his seeds or flag, whatever, in Tampa Bay, where he shares the initials. It's Tampa Bay. So the marketing, was perfect.
Do you think that's partially why he went there? Like, despite them having every weapon he needed and him following the Peyton Manning blueprint, which is a smart blueprint to follow, do you think there was the marketing that did
I think part of it might have been.
I wouldn't be. They had that marketing ready so fast, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah. And I think I think we talked about this. So I went back and I'd watched like our episode 0 and 1, and we did talk about this a little bit. I think I was more hung up on the time at the talent and was saying it was kind of a cherry on the top. So I think I'm going to stick with that. I think it is. Yeah. But, I mean, he's calculated. And so I thought the move was very calculated. And so it goes a part of it. But what makes it even better, too, is we were just reminiscing on the glory days of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And what did they do this year? They changed the uniforms back to honor those. And then on top of it all, where was the Super Bowl this year, Titus? And they were the first team to win it. I mean, you can't write it in it. And I think a lot of it was calculated. And tip of the cap to you, Tom Brady, because I mean he did it. They did it. Yeah, a
lot of narratives kind of died. Although, like, I don't fault people for going to talented teams, but I do think it should be acknowledged when you go to a talented team.
Yeah. No, I think it should be acknowledged.
Yeah, it should be acknowledged. But like, I don't want to. The Brady Belichick thing is interesting now. I do think people are going to try and say he didn't need Belichick, but I still think they need each other.
Yeah, they did
for sure. Especially the first formative years of Brady's career when he wasn't really all that.
Yeah,
it was a weird thing because remember those like I remember like for a while the thing with Brady, I'm like, damn, ever since Brady became elite, he hadn't won a Super Bowl, and then he started winning them as an elite quarterback. But like, I think they need each other for a long part of their careers. But now they're old enough, everybody can spread their wings out and do what they need to do. But yeah, it was a lot of storybook stuff there. I hated every second of it, but a lot of great storybook stuff there.
I really appreciated that tweet. I know it wasn't yours, but you retweeted it. Yeah. Where everybody?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and look at it just to give myself a laugh because it's so good.
Yeah, it was great. It really was the mood. I'm like, this is so real right now. This is so real. And I think it wouldn't be so bad if Boston fans still weren't trying to celebrate it. That's the real issue.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
y'all stick with y'all team. Don't come over here. Stay with your squad.
I don't blame them, though, because, I mean, of course, it was the two favorites, Brady and Gronk. So, I mean, I would expect all of them to hop on that Tampa train or whatever.
My train, I mean, I love Andy Reid. My train hopping wasn't that extreme. I wasn't like bragging like, something for my team had happened.
Yeah, why didn't you fully convert to the chiefdom?
Just loyalty. And Andy not winning me anything while he was in Philly.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Because me and Andy, like I was like not fully with Andy until we won, and then when we won, I was able to be more forgiving towards him. Because when he was out here winning against Alex Smith, I was like, bro, why you couldn't just give me a Super Bowl before you left?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, why you couldn't give me one, bro? Just one, dog. That's all I needed. But yeah, once we won, I was okay with me and Andy. I got more forgiving towards Andy Reid. But yeah, I just didn't fully convert. The tweet's hilarious, bro. It's so perfect. It's such a perfect tweet. It's such a perfect tweet. We gotta post it we gotta put it in post.
I'm so happy for Tom
with just sour faces. Yeah.
Speaking of perfect tweets, can I just say that I think one of my tweets should have gone viral, and you retweeted it. But I mean, I'm not responsible for the tweet. Really, it was just perfect setup. But I mean, it kind of goes into the storyline of another Super Bowl storyline was the Weeknd's halftime performance. Everybody's talking about.
Yes.
But my tweet from Reverend Franklin Graham.
Oh, what did he say? I forgot.
He said, "I'll go back and look at it." If you ever want to follow me on Twitter at Vanilla Wafer.
Right. And follow us on our own accounts and the NT account because I dropped some heat during the second quarter, and I feel like it didn't get enough love. It got some love, but it didn't get enough love as it deserved.
Which one you talking about?
The flags one was the gift with people.
Just dropping flags. No, that did happen.
I felt like the Weeknd's halftime performance split the culture. The culture was very divided.
It did.
I didn't watch it because I was going back to the room. But I was like, so do we like this performance or not? I'm so confused because it was like halftime line. Oh, that was fire, and there were people like that was terrible, and I love it. There were people like I love the Weeknd. That wasn't good, and then people like nah, that was great. And I'm like I don't know what to believe because all of you like the Weeknd, but all of you don't like the performance. I don't know what to think.
So you didn't watch it?
I didn't catch it. I saw the very end when he was on the field with the 85 dancers.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
Well, do you trust my judgment?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give it to you. I mean, but first the tweet, Franklin Graham. Been watching the hashtag Super Bowl, and I have no idea what this halftime show is about. ? If anybody can figure it out, let me know. And then I quote tweeted it and said drugs.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. I think my second favorite tweet from it was Big Waz tweeted from the Athletic. He said, "This man got the Super Bowl and performed 3 songs about cocaine. Don't tell me nothing about Abel."
Yes.
It's incredible. It's really incredible. This is funny. I was talking to my mom about this the other day on the phone. We were talking about the halftime thing, and she was like, "Yeah, it was kind of weird." Or something like that. I think that's what she said. It was weird. Or whatever. I'm like, "Yeah," and she was like, "I like him, but it was weird." I was like, "Yeah, it's probably because no songs about drugs." She's like, what?
Yeah,
I thought he was a nice guy. I'm like, he might be a nice guy. He's like the occasional powdered nose, likes the occasional cocaine bump.
Yeah,
like most songs about cocaine, right?
Yeah.
She's like, really? Yes, yes, mother.
There was what I loved. I'll see if I can find it. Because I got on this tweet very early.
Yeah.
I mean, right
you
when I forgot it. I even was following him. But one of the comments, and she had a picture, and she was your stereotypical church-going looking 50s, 60s, your old white lady. And she said, I have, she was responding. He was like, if anybody, she said, I have no idea, but I am enjoying it. At least it is clean. And I was like, they just don't even know.
They don't know.
They just don't even know.
Understand.
And he won a Teen Nick Award off of it. And
then he made
they didn't even know either. Yeah,
and
exactly.
he made a song about it.
Yeah.
Which is in my list.
Yeah.
That song makes my list just for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that reference. But yeah.
I will say The Weeknd, top 5 artist for me all time. I would probably put him number 2 with Drake.
Behind Drake, okay.
Yeah. Super Bowl halftime performance. I wouldn't say so. I'm not that guy who's like,
performer guy.
What's the half? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about it. I really don't care. I usually don't watch it.
I'm the same.
Comparison to other past Super Bowl halftime performances, I would put it up there. And honestly, I know it's not a popular take, but to be honest, I didn't like last year's.
What was last year's again?
It was a soft porno. Do you remember that one?
Oh, Shakira and J-Lo?
Shakira and J-Lo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to me, honestly, yeah, if you want to call me an old guy, a boomer, whatever, fine. I'll stick to some, but there are young eyes out there, people. And let's not corrupt the youth all at once. But we were already doing it anyway, so let's just go full steam ahead. Why does that matter? But yeah, it was really good. I liked it. It was up there. I just have a hard time, Titus. I'm in a spot in my life where I always knew I would be, but feared I would be, and that is, I don't know how to feel about The Weeknd because I knew he would eventually go mainstream, and it would take away from the quality of his music. In my opinion. And
I think you've been saying this since Kissland.
Oh, yeah.
Since Kissland.
No. Well, since Beauty Behind
the Madness.
Yeah, Beauty Behind the Madness. But it's a good album.
Yeah,
but that's when I could tell. I was like, oh, we're starting to take this step.
That's when he reached his. That was when he was like peak fake Michael Jackson. It was really weird.
Yes.
He was like peaking at fake Michael Jackson touch.
It was a little... Okay, so I think he's balanced that now. Because he's still on the Michael Jackson thing, but he's trying to figure out, how to do it. So he went a little too far on the Michael Jackson. But that's how I could tell he was going mainstream. I was like, I hear it. I hear the MJ. He's about to go mainstream. And that's when it ruined things for me. But The Weeknd is incredibly talented. Mm-hmm. I thought the performance was fun to watch. And I don't know, it was a good performance. I think it was good, but I wouldn't say I'm not hyped on it like everybody else was.
Okay, I got you.
Which I know a lot of people were hating on it, but a lot of people were.
Yeah, it was literally
emphatic
split.
over it.
Legitimately split.
Yeah.
So I need to talk to a Weeknd expert about it to understand what really happened.
So I'm middle of the ground because Abel, I love you, man, and I never wish those dark days upon you again, but I do miss them. Okay, because those brought some of the great music,
bro. When the artist gets happy and the music suffers, it's a weird thing.
It's so bad.
It's weird.
And it's
like when Chance the Rapper got really happy in life and got married and then dropped the big day. And it's like, I need you.
Did you see his tweet, The Weeknd's tweet after the Super Bowl? I know it was yesterday morning. He tweeted something about how he can't stop smiling or whatever. And I was like, what'd they do to him?
He got happy.
My man's never smiled before.
I'm glad he's happy because there's some dark stuff that was going on in his life.
I know.
But at the same time, the music was just, if the music's better, the music's better.
I know.
It is what it is.
R.I.P. The Weeknd.
It happened to Chance. Chance got married and dropped the big day, and it was one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I might need you to be single again.
Yeah.
might you go back to your old ways a little bit, bro. This ain't it. This is not it at all.
Yeah.
So in honor of the weekend's halftime performance, we're gonna do our top 5 weekend songs.
Top fives.
You want to go 5 back and forth? Like
yeah,
you do 5, I'll do 5. Okay,
I'm down with that.
Bet. My number 5. I want to go off board a little bit, not go with the ones I think people are gonna.
Yeah.
With.
And I'm gonna just try to go opposite of you too.
Cool.
So
I'm gonna throw Loft Music at number 5. Oh, was that on your list? I love Loft Music.
Loft Music is a great song. I would have put it a little bit higher. I'm not gonna repeat it, but yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go number 5. I'll pull it from Starboy because this is my favorite song from Starboy.
Starboy hits a little more than I think people give it credit for.
I mean, it probably does.
It deserves a go back.
I think it does. Yeah. I just haven't gone back and I haven't even. What's his latest album that came out?
After Hours.
I haven't even listened to it, bro.
I only know Blinding Lights because it comes on it.
Yeah, and I only know that. Yeah,
because
it's TikTok.
It's everywhere. Yeah.
So with Starboy is another thing where I kind of just listened to it half glazed. I didn't really have much interest in it, but I will give it to I Feel It Coming featuring Daft Punk, and I just love the vibes of it, but also I think The Weeknd figured out the perfect balance of how much Daft Punk is appropriate in a song, and I think he found out the perfect balance of it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Tell Your Friends at number 4.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I like Tell Your Friends a lot.
I need to pull up these weekends.
You remember this? I'm looking at a Spotify playlist right now.
Okay.
My favorite. I think the funniest thing about Tell Your Friends is that Kanye made the beat, and then you remember the MTV. I think that was Kanye beat, right?
I didn't know. I mean, if he did,
you remember the
Go tell your friends.
Yeah.
Proud.
You remember the MTV Awards when that song came out, and like I remember Kanye was in the crowd at being extra. And I'm like, you clearly made this beat because you are being so extra right. Oh yeah, he was the producer. Yeah,
bro,
Kanye.
That's a good. That doesn't surprise me though, because that's a good beat.
It's a great beat. Yeah, it's like it got Kanye, Mike Dean. It's got a lot of people credit.
Oh, Mike Dean.
Yeah, it's got a lot of people credit as producers. But yeah, that was
magic in there.
Right. That beat is great though. Mm-hmm. I love that beat. So yeah, I'm gonna put Tell Your Friends at 4.
My number 4 is I'm gonna revert. I'm gonna Kissland on this, and I'm gonna throw 2 songs in here, and really I'm gonna recommend to people. I'm gonna throw it up on my Facebook too, or my Twitter. So like I said, go follow me on Twitter, or I'll put it on ours. But if you haven't seen it, go look it up on YouTube. There's a video of The Weeknd backstage warming up before one of his concerts, acoustic. It's just him and an acoustic guitar player. It's great. Sound quality is not that great, but you'll get the vibes and you'll just know how talented that dude is. But in that warm up, he sings 2 different songs, The Town and Belong to the World. So I'm gonna throw those in together as number 4. And I prefer the acoustic renditions. Yeah.
My number 3, I'm gonna go with I had it in my mind, I just went past it. Oh, you know what? Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
I was listening to Call Out My Name this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does Call Out My Name and Earned It basically the same song with different lyrics?
I feel like it is. Yeah.
Okay, right?
It is.
Yeah. So you pick one, you can have the other one. You can only have one of those on your list, right? Because they're the same song.
Yeah.
The same song.
Yeah.
I'll put Call Out My Name at number 3, though. I like Call Out My Name more than Earned It.
Okay.
It might be because Earned It was in the movie and that made me not like it, but I like Call Out My Name a lot. So I'm going to go Call Out My Name at 3rd. That can get the 3rd spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
My number 3, I'm going to say Same Old Song featuring Juicy J.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, it is a great song. That's from, was that House of Balloons?
I believe so.
Oh, and shout out to The Weeknd, too, for throwing in House of Balloons during the performance.
He did.
He did all his, newer songs that we all knew, but his one trilogy reference was he threw in House of Balloons.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to stick with the same trend. I'm going to go Wicked Games at number 2. Games is a classic. I didn't want to put it on my list, but I couldn't avoid putting it on the list.
Well, I wanted to ask, can we just make that the collective number 1 without us saying it's number 1? We'll just say that's...
Yeah, that's going to be the main...
We say that's all-time best number 1.
Yeah. I'm good with that, actually.
Wicked.
Yeah, that can be our all-time number 1.
Yeah.
And I can pick something else for number 2, actually. I want to go with... My personal number 2 is Dark Times with him and Ed.
Okay.
I like Dark Times a lot.
That is a good song.
I like that one a lot. And that was like that was in that Michael Jackson bag when Michael Jackson would do really dark songs for no reason. It's like, wow, this is dark and intense. I like that a lot. And I like Ed and Weeknd. Like, it's fun. It was a fun combination.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I'm going to go number 2 for me. It's tough, but I'm gonna go the party and the after party.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. He's got a lot. I just want to sit down and do a better one, like a real definitive one for sure. Yeah. This is fun. This is actually a whole podcast I did. We'll get to that later. But yeah.
You want to give another number one besides Wicked Games?
You can if you want.
I mean, I would throw in. As a collective, the Birds Part 1 and the Birds Part 2, because it's also just savage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
the Hills didn't make the list, and that's good because the Hills is like, I feel like people like the Hills. People don't understand how the Hills like.
It's not.
Shouldn't support the Hills.
No,
Hills is just mean.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a very mean and problematic record.
Yeah,
as well. It's like, y'all wild.
Look, a lot of the stuff like. Look, if you just go listen to the trilogy, and if you go and just read along with what the word, I mean, but you gotta go take a shower after it or something.
But yeah, I think Starboy deserves another listen. I was talking about Starboy on Twitter the other day. Like he has some bangers on Starboy. Sidewalks was hard.
Yeah, Sidewalks.
It was like his most poppy album. It was like a really poppy album for him. I thought it hit pretty well. Remind was gonna make my list just because it's funny, but I ran out of spots.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Remind is just funny because like him talking about him winning the a Nick Award off a song about drugs.
Yeah.
It's like somehow it's basically this commentary on how stupid we are and how we listen to music.
Yeah, it is.
Like we don't care what it's saying as long as it bops. Yeah. If it bops, we're good.
Yeah,
like
that's why I love the Weeknd. And even though, look, man. I've just been infatuated. To be honest, man, we do have to do a podcast on this because I've been infatuated with The Weeknd since I ever discovered who he was. And I went and did research on this man because of the whole hysteria mystique behind him. And that's what he sang about too. Is like 28. His music, I mean, it's all about not having interviews or because for a long time nobody knew anything about him. Like he wouldn't take interviews or he didn't like the public, and that's what added to the mystique, and that's why I loved him so much. So I knew there was going to be a point he would eventually go mainstream, but I held on to him so tight before he did. But yeah. Sorry, I just got to throw it. I just love The Weeknd a lot, and it gets me emotional because. He did make.
I mean, he made Drake's best album.
I was about to say that.
My bad.
No, I mean you're right. He made the best album of all time. Like that OVO and that EXO.
For sure, they gotta get that together.
That was like the best. You can't tell me like name a better duo. Like you can't tell. You can't. Well, I mean, that's. Good.
That was cheating, but yeah.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you just like went ahead and. I was like, all right, thanks for letting me have that.
It was too easy. Greatness all around. We getting back to Super Bowl a little bit.
Oh yeah. Well, there
was greatness on. It was greatness on one side of the field. Yeah. And one dude trying to do everything he could to make anything happen on the other side.
Well, first let's address Pat.
Let's address Patty.
Okay.
My boy Pat.
Pat Rick. What do you... I don't know. I mean, what I saw from him, like you said, that just showed right there. He's the most talented QB. My man's flicked that ball and dinged Travis Kelce in the temple. Like he was playing ultimate frisbee.
Bad.
He was so bad. Bro. I didn't know he had 10 catches.
That's my thing. Like you always catches, you were not good.
No, he wasn't. No,
that's the most Lion stat line ever.
So, I guess we didn't talk about this in storylines, but I guess we can weave it into this conversation since it relates to Mahomes. The penalties, and I know they were a problem. I feel like I know what your opinion was just because I saw it on Twitter. I think I may be wrong. Well, when it came to the flags or whatever,
it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was super ticky tacky.
It was super ticky tacky. I don't think they. If you think, I don't think anybody does think this, but if you're out there wondering,
like it was active conspiracy,
or you're thinking those directly related, like the game and the outcome of it. No, I mean. That defense was shutting down Mahomes no matter what.
Yeah,
but,
the defense was gonna do.
And I don't know how accurate Tony Romo is in his little breakdown analysis, but he did say like in the first quarter after they had called, it was maybe the second like holding call they called on one of the defensive backs on the Chiefs. Romo said with him watching film and all that's actually, they have a really bad habit of that. Now, I don't watch the Chiefs that much, so that may be true.
I saw this fan saying that on Twitter, like they do all year. I'm like, if they done it all year, then you can't just all of a sudden in the Super Bowl decide you can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
you should have. If you got to shut that down early in the season.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
Yeah, like don't just start calling it now. They've been doing. If they've been doing it all year, they've been doing it all year. Now the Super Bowl is like, well, now we're gonna call all of them. Like,
well, you got to think too. I mean, that's one guy who's throwing those flags, and how many Chiefs games has he officiated? So
yeah, but you got to say it, no, man.
Well, that is true. That is true
at the highest level,
and I'm sure they have meetings about this and talk about the tendencies of each.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I get they might do all year, but I just don't like the fact that you just started calling them today. That's just weird timing. Yeah. I think the Chiefs defense, they lost it emotionally. I thought Tyrann Mathieu might flash back to his old ways. My man was upset.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of them, I'm not like some of them were justified, some of them weren't. Like some of them were just self-inflicted. The offsides on the kick, on the field goal, like that's just dumb.
Now, the only one that I really had a problem with was the Mike Evans over the end zone, because that was an uncatchable ball.
No one was catching that
ball.
Not a single person.
Yeah,
that was really bad.
But I think all the other ones, they were ticky-tacky, but if you wanted to go down to the rule book, I mean, they were...
Yeah, and if we're going by the rule, why are we even... If we're just going to go that close to the rule book, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Because that was like, people always say, they're holding on every play. The rest like, it's holding every play. We're going to blow all of them today.
Yeah,
it's all the holding. I didn't. It was just the second quarter mainly. The rest of the game was fine. Like that quarter had so many. It felt like, especially down stretch.
It really did. I don't think people made that observation either, because I feel like
it was mainly that quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
They had 88 yards of penalties in the second quarter, and that's where the game got out of hand offensively.
Yeah,
and I think I don't know if I said it last week. You might know better than I do, but I think I've said before. I don't. The Chiefs defense is suspect to me. Like I think they're good. I think they're opportunistic, but I don't think they're like consistently great. I think they're like.
Well, you did predict, which it wasn't really right. You were kind of right about it. You said you believe that this would be Brady's best playoff performance.
Okay, yeah.
Which it wasn't, but he was, like you said earlier, kind of flawless. So he had a really good performance.
Right. As opposed to the Packers game where it would have been, but then he had the 3-pick second half.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay. But yeah, that defense always been a little suspect, and I feel like they was not given. They just didn't have a chance in that second quarter specifically. A lot of it was self-inflicted. Some of it I think they got in their own heads because they was getting annoyed with the officiating, and then some of it was just really that pass interference in the end zone was bad. Even the trip up one, I don't think I was going to catch that, but I get why you flag it.
Oh, I think
because I don't think he was going to get there.
Oh, I thought he was going to get there.
He sold it really well when he fell down, but yeah, I don't know.
I think that was very deserving of a flag, but
80 yards of penalties in a quarter will destroy you.
Yeah,
that's really what they had. 88 yards in flags basically in the second, in between like the end of the first, second quarter. Yeah, but yeah, like you said, I don't think people talk about that. But it was mainly the second quarter that threw everything off.
Yeah,
which is why I was like, this is just one of those. But yeah,
but I think Andy Reid said it best, and
he got outcoached badly.
He did.
They got horribly outcoached,
and I think their whole, along with the coaching, setting up, getting your guys mentally prepared as well, and hearing some of these so-called experts talk, a lot of them view that they feel the Chiefs kind of came in nonchalant, maybe a little too high on their own sauce. I don't know. Yeah,
because to me, they were like a team that weren't just in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah,
like they were just there last year. I expected them to be a little more, know what's coming for them a little bit better, and than they did.
Well, you've been referencing all year, waiting for them to flip the switch,
right?
And so I think this is kind of.
And I thought the Bills game was a complete game for them for the most part. I thought some questions about them, but I thought, okay, well now they're here, they know what they need to do, and then that was just like, I don't get this. But yeah, I think a lot of that was just, I think some of it was arrogance and entitlement, and some of they just looked shook. Kelsey looked shook.
Yeah.
Tyreek had one bounce off his face. It was a tough catch, I guess. There was a hand there. It bounced off his face. Y'all got to stop letting. How many passes bounced off face mask? Was it about 3?
A lot.
It was because
it seemed like a lot.
Yeah, it was wild. I think Mina tweeted in the first half. She was like, Mahomes had like 8 passes that we'll never remember because they were incompletions, but they were ridiculous passes. But yeah, it was just a bad performance. Travis Kelce be number 2 all time, and with number 1, like I mentioned last week, going at the number 1 receiver guy. That was you did not do well of yourself, sir. You did not account well of yourself at all that day.
I loved how we had the conversation last week too, talking about Gronk and Kelsey and like who's better, greatest of all time.
Yeah,
and then the squeaky not squeaky, but the rusted tinny robot comes out there, gets 2 touchdowns, seven grabs. Yeah. And then Kelsey comes out, which I didn't know. Wait, they're the same age, aren't they?
They might be.
It's amazing to me that Rob Gronkowski's only 31 years old.
He's had 37 injuries. Gronk has, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So I kind of wanted to revisit this too, and this is where we go into the greatness all around.
Rob Gronkowski's younger than Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Think about that.
So I think I'm gonna have to go back. We both agreed on it. You threw it out. I agreed, or said I didn't think it was ridiculous. I still don't think it's a ridiculous take, but I will say I would have to slide Rob into greatest of all time, and a lot of it does have to do with like just how he's built. He is just
it's like it's not pretty, it's not a lot of fancy stuff, but it just gets the job done
exactly,
in
but
a brutal way.
And
I think
he's got hands too, though. I mean, there's a lot of dudes who are that size. Well, not a lot, but I mean, there are guys in the league who are that size, but they can't catch the ball or kind of get yak. Yeah,
they're playing defense.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's impressive what he's able to do.
It is. It is.
So and he's been consistent, reliable.
Yeah. I still love some Tony G too, though.
Oh, yeah. Tony Gonzalez, yeah. I would just have to put Gronk up there.
No,
if we want to go rings.
It's another one. It's another one where I'm just like, you know what? If you say Gronk, I'm not even going to get mad.
Yeah.
You feel. I'm done. Yeah, yeah.
I definitely would have said.
No one I supported for the Chiefs, except for Mahomes, did anything for me last week. Sunday. None of y'all made a good account for yourself.
Kelsey, somebody else we're not mentioning.
Stat line ever. 10 for 133 is the most Steven stat line I've seen. Because that was not a 10 for 133 game.
Bro, Mecole Hardman, man. They went to Mecole the first few times because he was open. And that's kind of that's why I said it. I think Mecole will be the X factor because everybody's going to be on Hill, Kelsey. What's he do, man? He got 6 targets, only caught 2 of them. I think he dropped his first 2 or 3 targets.
They look very shook.
But he played like a Georgia player in a championship game. I mean, it's what you would expect. So you can't blame him.
My biggest thing with the Chiefs coaching staff, right? And I think I want to give Bowlll and Leftwich credit because apparently they switched up. They ran more play action offensively than they had all year. The Bucs did, the Bucs ran more play action all year.
No, give that whole like you said earlier, give that whole staff credit, and especially because Reed came out and he said it. We got out coached and they surprised us.
Romo said at one point, I think whenever they went up, whatever the score was that the Chiefs had, was it 24-0 or whatever it was, or something. Ever since then, they've been outscored 55-19 or something like that. And the thing is, the things that the things that Bucs did Sunday, they started doing in the second half when they shut the Chiefs down in the second half of that game. It's like, so part of that's coming. I feel like you didn't have any response for it. And that's not good when you had 2 weeks. And Andy Reid's been one of the best coaches off 2 weeks to come up with things. I feel like they got out coached. And they had Bowlll and Leftwich had a great game plan for him. And Bruce, everybody, there was greatness in the coaching staff. I'm saying greatness from the quarterback. All the quarterbacks played great. It's weird because, someone tweeted that Mahomes should have tried stepping up in the pocket.
Oh, yeah. I saw it. Yeah, I heard that.
What pocket? Did you see a pocket?
No.
There was no pocket.
No.
The pocket was gone.
No, I would say there might have been, if we go back and watch, there were probably a few plays where...
I think in the first quarter he rushed it a little. He was rushing.
Yeah, he was.
In the first quarter he was rushing.
Yeah, because he was, they did give him that. He could have stepped up in a few, but he was starting to dart to the outside.
And I think that's part of just trying to get, somebody needs to just get open for me real quick. But I think he rushed a few early in the game, but then after that it just fell apart on everybody. Everyone was just not... They were just bad, and he was trying to make stuff happen. There was nothing he could do. But Bucs defense played great.
Yeah,
I wonder if that defense will improve this year because I think they weren't top. I think they may have been top 5 in pass defense.
They were no, it was in
rush defense.
Defense. Yeah.
So I wonder if they'll step up in pass defense because it's a passing league, so you kind of want to be better at that overall. Yeah,
and their secondary players aren't even on paper they're not that great. They could definitely pick up some pieces and add to it.
Those guys can improve. I think Carson Davis will be better next year. I think they have a good chance of bringing back a really solid defense next season.
Yeah.
It's going to be about, will you be able to replicate what happened this season?
Yeah.
That's the real question.
Yeah.
And the NFC South is going to be a little more open next year than it was this year. Because I think we all expect the Saints to take a step back, right?
Yes.
Depending on what the quarterback situation they end up with. And they're in cap hell. I don't see what's coming with them. The Panthers are a question mark because we don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Carson's available if you want to give us a pick. Love you, Carson. I'm just saying. The Falcons, we don't know. They're a question.
We're gonna be we're gonna be building. Yeah.
Inside is a question mark, so they can actually kind of win it next year.
Yeah.
Which might be what they don't need to do, but I mean they could win it next year.
Yeah.
So it puts them in a better position.
I don't think I'd.
The NFC overall is a question mark next year.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I would say
Because
it's gonna be. It's gonna come down to Tampa Bay. Actually, Tampa Bay, 49ers, and Packers.
Rams.
Those and the Rams, with Stafford now at 4. So those 4, those are going to be.
Yeah, and at this point, I can't pick the Packers doing it. The Packers will probably lose the NFC Championship again next year.
Yeah, I'm not going with Packers.
Yeah,
but they'll be up there.
They'll be up there for sure. Yeah, it'll be interesting. The NFC West is going to be a bloodbath again, and that'll help the Bucks out because it's going to be a bloodbath between the 49ers, Rams, and 49ers, Rams, and Seahawks. That'll be just one of them's going to probably kill the other one at some point. Injuries will play a factor for somebody. Yeah. They might repeat, Levi.
They may.
They might repeat.
I mean, you asked earlier, and my way too early prediction next year is Kansas City Bucks again.
They really might repeat.
Yeah.
You got Kansas City going back?
Yeah.
They're not going back for another 8 years. They're just done.
I like the reverse psychology you're pulling right now because I think you secretly down deep want them to be back next year. Of course I
do. Yeah, I want them to be back. I don't.
Yeah, so you're just saying, they ain't
I'm just
got
saying,
a chance. So.
The way football works is whenever we start thinking something's guaranteed, because bro, Mahomes has packed a whole career in 4 years already. He's got an MVP, a ring, 3 AFC Championship appearances, 2 Super Bowl appearances. That's more career than some people.
Yeah,
it's gonna stop at some point, and I think it stops now. Part of me thinks it stops now, and I'll just be sad. Well, I won't be sad. Well, I'll be sad because he'll be bad and the Eagles will be bad at the same time. I won't have anything to care about in football.
I think the Bucks definitely have a better chance of coming back than the Chiefs because the
NFC
Chiefs
is lighter too. I think.
Yes, and the Chiefs have some work to do when it comes to putting that roster together.
Yeah, I mean they'll have a lot of the quarterback. I think. I think Tyreek's still under control for another year.
I feel like they're kind of old in some areas though that they kind of need to. Get addressed.
The line's
like
gonna be the biggest question.
Because
Eric Fisher has Achilles, and that's a big man with an Achilles. And I know technology has done some great things because the homie like Kevin Durant's back looking like he didn't, except for on defense, looking like he didn't tear his Achilles. But I don't know how it works for a 300-pound man who has to block other 300-pound men. So I think that's gonna be the big question: is the O line for them. And I think the AFC's teams are just constantly getting better, and we don't know where Deshaun Watson's gonna go.
Yeah,
because if he ends up in any contender,
I mean, I think he's going to end up staying in Houston.
I pray he doesn't. He don't want to be there.
Oh yeah, I know he doesn't want to be there, but I think Houston's going to hang on to him.
It's basically kidnapping at this point. Sit out. Just sit out. Don't. I mean,
he may just have to.
Yeah, the funny thing is, he's got the city of Houston on his side. The fans are on his side, so if he sits out, they ain't gonna be mad.
Really?
Yeah, the fans ain't gonna be mad. They're like, good for him. I think.
Yeah, I just haven't heard in the last news we've been hearing, or I feel like it's just
I think they're gonna
Houston still hanging on to.
I think they have to realize they're gonna have to give in at some point. It'd be better for everybody. If
it's gonna be close. I feel like it's gonna be closer to
the season.
We're gonna be close. Yeah, pretty close to the season, getting ready to get started.
We're gonna have a whole draft done by the time they figure that out.
Yeah,
but I wish them. I don't wish them. I don't. I wish
Deshaun the best.
I wish Deshaun and JJ and all the two Texans players who are gonna be stuck there the best. The organization, whatever.
Yeah,
but we got I got 2 headlines I can hit real quick.
All right, bet.
I had them. I think I typed them.
Is one of your headlines MVP?
It's not.
Oh, well, I did want to ask you a question.
Who did win MVP? Was it Brady?
Yeah, no. It was Rodgers. Well, Super Bowl MVP Brady.
Okay, yeah.
You're talking NFL MVP
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, okay. Yeah. But did you see the controversy? I wanted to get your take on maybe controversy on Defensive Player of the Year.
I saw the Aaron Donald, TJ Watt thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with Aaron Donald winning because I think someone said he got double teamed on 60% of his snaps.
Oh, wow. I don't have I didn't have a problem with either one, but once it was shocking to me when I saw the numbers, like, because JJ had tweeted it, which I think he had a good argument.
Yeah, at some point I was a little cherry picked. Them to a little cherry pick JJ had.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, just a little bit, but I mean, it's stats. Stats are always cherry picked, basically.
I've watched I will just say I watched the Steelers more than I watched the Rams this year. Basically where we're at. I mean, I feel like Steelers were on more, but TJ Watt,
TJ's a monster,
bro. Sure. He was in on every single play this year. It felt like in the background. So I think they were both very deserving, and Aaron Donald's, I figured his numbers were hurt a little bit just because he's in the middle getting double teamed.
Right,
so,
right. They wanted double team.
But both very deserving of it.
Sure.
They could have been a tie, toss up.
No wrong answers there.
Yeah,
no
but TJ Watt is better.
He's great.
He's better than JJ in my opinion, or he's going to be better than JJ.
Ooh, I like that. Hey,
yeah.
The younger brother been better than the big brother. Shout out to LaMelo Ball.
Isn't that pretty much what's happened between Nick and Joey? Who's older?
Nick and Joey Bosa?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, Joey's in LA, right? Yeah, Joey's in LA. Nick was hurt last year, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's older? Is it Joey or is it Nick?
I think it's Nick.
I don't even remember.
I think it's Nick.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to LaMelo Ball taking his brother, embarrassing his brother already.
Whew. Oh, didn't?
Lonzo, you got to be better, bro. LaMelo was cooking. LaMelo was cooking out here.
I heard he's been cooking. Dude, he's been not watching.
We're not
NBA
prepared for
lately.
basketball, y'all.
We're
really not.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do so much homework this week. Okay, headlines. Russell Wilson's camp, according to CBS Sports, Russell Wilson's camp is upset with the Seahawks' inability to protect him.
Duh. Why wouldn't you be?
It's about time you got mad.
You know what? Mad. Yeah, Russ, it's more your fault, bro. Like, be a man. Speak up, bro. Tell him protect you.
Do you think that's what Sierra was telling Roger Goodell in the booth? Do you think that's what she was telling him?
As she was strategically drinking her Pepsi with the logo out, yes.
Hey, play. Carson Wentz is possibly Carson Wentz trade is imminent. Apparently, it might happen this week, but it might not happen this week. But it could happen this week because everything out of Philadelphia just makes no sense. I don't know where he's going. I wish him the best wherever he goes. I just want something to happen at this point. The faster I cannot hear about the Eagles and Eagles offseason, the happier I will be, bro. If they somehow get a first round out of that, good job. I'm very proud of you and impressed. Because they apparently he wants 2 firsts. He wants 2 firsts, which they're not getting 2 firsts for Carson. I don't know what kind of sell job you're gonna have to do. That ain't happening. If somebody does trade 2 firsts, congrats. I don't think that's happening. If he gets 2 firsts to Carson, bro, I might not slander Harry Rosen for 6 months.
He's still on his rookie contract, isn't he?
Nah, he's on his second one. It kicks in now.
That's right.
Yeah, it kicks in. Derrick Rose's knees are gonna be reunited with their abuser Tom Thibodeau in New York. Pray for Derrick and his knees. And what's left of them.
Yeah.
You see somebody tweeted the Kobe video. It was like Tom Thibodeau, Derrick Rose's knees.
No.
It was like, job not done. Job's not done. That's what's happening there. You have any thoughts on that? Any thoughts?
No.
Yeah, I wish Derrick the best. Derrick loves Tibbs and Tibbs loves Derrick. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
And he's out of Detroit, and the Knicks look a little promising.
No, the Knicks are, what a surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, talk to Tibbs, man.
Yeah. I didn't think it was a bad fit though because
I thought it was. I just don't think Tibbs gets along with people. I think people just get annoyed with Tibbs apparently. But yeah,
he's not good to sustain like a run or build a franchise. I think it's good though because where Tibbs has operated in the past, Minnesota, the Chicago, where the talent wasn't abundant on those teams. So what do you have to do? You got to resort to a defense first mentality.
Yeah,
and I think Tibbs does a good job of that. Really. Yeah. Where your talent lacks, your running better make up for it. Yeah.
right. Yeah. That's really what it is.
Get them knee braces.
All right.
Yeah.
We're getting on my expert button. Get out of here.
Yeah. I'm not an expert, but Tom Brady is. Tom Brady's the GOAT. If we could have given that Super Bowl MVP trophy to Todd Bowles or that whole defense, and I totally would have been fine with it. Tom Brady had, Tom Brady had a good performance, and I think
he did what needed to be done.
Yeah, he did what needed to be done. He was responsible for the win. Who was more responsible for that win that day? I would probably say the defense. Todd Bowles.
He had a very clean day.
Yeah,
I think it's especially with 4%. I think I saw he was at 4%.
Yeah, exactly.
He had a very clean day and did what he had to do.
But I think if I'm okay with Tom Brady having the Super Bowl MVP though, just because it's sort of the nightcap for the whole season, and that nobody can tell me that with just any other quarterback, they would have been in that position. A lot of guys in the locker room, they gave the credit to Tom Brady because the reporters, everything coming out of that organization from last year, they really did not believe in themselves. They knew they were a stacked and talented team. Even halfway through the season, they were doubting themselves. But sometimes what do they say? It's like 20% talent, 80% mental, or whatever. So a lot of times you got to not beat yourself mentally.
Some say it's 10% luck, 30% skill. 15% concentrated talent of will,
What is this?
5% pleasure, 7% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. That's what some would say. Some would say that.
What is that? A song?
Yes. Remember the name.
Oh, that's Remember the Name?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Tom Brady was. I don't even know why I'm here saying this. Like,
just trying to give him all the credit in the world.
Yeah, whatever. But
everything.
I think that's what needs to be concentrated on when you're looking at his legacy for this year. Yeah, the numbers won't blow you out of the water or whatever, but he did bring a winning mindset, which is something he adopted from Bill Belichick, which is what I think they crafted each other. They molded each other. They needed each other. So Tom wouldn't be Tom without Bill. Bill wouldn't be Bill without Tom. Tom was just ready to fly the coop and show him, he could lead a team kind of like Bill did too. So yeah, just shout out to Tom, but shout out to that whole Buccaneers team, staff. I'm happy for y'all. Is well deserved, and thank you for making me look like an expert. Love y'all.
I don't feel like disputing what you said, even though I disagree with some of it. It's fine. Shout out to, I'm not an expert, but shout out to Kango hats everywhere. It was a victory for Kangos on Sunday when Bruce Arians held up the trophy. Did he hold up the trophy? I didn't watch this.
Oh, no,
I was asleep. He probably did. I'd imagine he did. Shout out to Kangos. You achieved great heights Sunday. This is the most attention you will ever get in your life as a hat. So salute to you. Salute to football. I'm not expert, but football was a decent season. The history, the victory lap on, we didn't cancel a game. Yeah, you played 3 games on Wednesday. Don't talk. Yeah, we're not doing this.
Hey, but
we're not doing this.
Those were some fun Wednesday nights, though.
Were they?
Yeah.
Were they?
The
Bucks, the Ravens Steelers game was one of the worst things that happened last year.
The R words beat the Steelers on.
They did do that.
Yeah, on a Wednesday night on a triple. What wasn't it like a triple header that
night? It was a weird season. It was
a fun. Strange. I mean, in my opinion, it was a fun season. And
it wasn't fun for me.
It got a little hectic there. What?
I hated this season. Season was a disaster.
Yeah, I mean the Falcons were a disaster too, but I predicted that. I mean, I tried to tell everybody else that.
You did.
Yeah.
I thought we had the best coach in the division going into the season.
Yeah, and then, you did. Yeah.
He still might be better than Mike Mark.
But now you have the smartest coach though going into next season.
Talent, smarts equals talent takeover. Is that what he said?
Something like that, yeah.
Systems are going to system so well in the system, and once the system is established, talent takeover will happen. Yeah. Okay, that's how it works in football.
Exactly. Oh, you're going to be so smart, they're going to think you're dumb. But when they're actually dumb because you're so smart,
that's going to happen. Do you know there's a story that he didn't have a suit because he was on vacation?
Oh, really?
During thing, so everybody dressed down to make him feel comfortable.
I like
during
that.
The interview. So. That tells me either A, you had no intentions on being hired. You didn't think anybody was going to call you about a head coach job off season because you went on vacation during the hottest season of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Or B, he probably spilled dip on his suit and just made up a story. He's like a dude who spilled dip on his suit. And not even good dip.
I've been there.
Like he spilled something nasty.
Oh.
What's a nasty dip? Like a veggie
Grizzly
dip.
Wintergreen. Because I really thought that's where I know I made the joke last week, but I really thought that's where you were going this week. When you said dip, he probably spilled some dip on him. And he's a white guy, so I was thinking he might.
Like a veggie dip. Yo, somebody says coach staff look like a Dude Perfect video.
Yes. I may be wrong. I want to say that was Barstool, but I may be wrong. I think I heard that on Part of My Take. But
I think it was on McAfee show.
McAfee, and they might have ripped that from him, but they said it looked like a Part of My Take. I mean, not
perfect.
Dude Perfect. Yeah,
that's it right there. But anyway, we are done. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We had carried a decent number all day, so appreciate all of you for coming through. Announcement: we are slowly phasing Facebook away, so follow us on YouTube. See, we got 2 more subscribers on the show today. Hey,
yeah,
follow us on YouTube.
I mean, we'll still be kind of up on Facebook, but just concentrate. Yeah, it'll be
running the YouTube first. Yeah. We're phasing it out. Yeah. It's a plan.
Yeah.
It's a plan.
Yeah. Everybody get on the YouTube. That's what we want you to do. Though. Get on the YouTube and subscribe.
YouTube, so run those numbers up for sure. We appreciate all of you.
Go like the video too.
Yeah, for sure.
Do it on Facebook too.
Mm-hmm. Content coming. We're coming. We'll see you next week. Same time, same. We are. Yeah. Same time, same place. Same time, same place.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what we're gonna talk about.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wanted to hear why you disagree with some of my takes.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
try
an
and remember
expert,
that.
but
I'll
yeah,
try and remember that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you all. We're done. Bye.
Peace.